Welcome back to the classroom. Come on in. No late pass required. We are here at 3 in the morning doing this because we need to watch this. I need to know the finale to season 3 of the Legend of Vox Machina, episode 12, Souls in Darkness. I feel like one of those souls is Percy, or at least I hope that one of those souls is Percy, but only time will tell as we get into this here. I guess at the end of the day, we're just gonna have to see what happens. If you missed the last reaction, make sure to check the card up in the top right corner, because I'm ready to get into this here. I need to see, will Keyleth be able to stop Raishan? Will the others be able to help? And will Percy make a return at all? And will everybody survive this battle? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. So, without further ado, let's jump into the season finale, The Legend of Vox Machina. The fact that we got a ziggurat again is also concerning. There's the dead body.
The perfect weapon to destroy every Ashari village one by one.
Uh-oh.
You will
Not great.
But I have become death, child.
I've become death. Okay. We're pulling a little Oppenheimer. I have become death, the destroyer of worlds. Okay. I didn't realize that the Ashari, like, when we, like, first started this, that the Ashari were responsible for the demise of Raishan. Oh, blue flames. Is this like the same as when he was using like his super powered flame, or that's just how it is? Oh, friends are still around. That's awesome.
Actually, I think that's Raishan.
I don't gotta understand something to kill it.
Okay, let's do this. All right, here we go. We get to really make oh
Body feels no pain.
oh good. Doesn't feel pain. That's not great. I don't know if that's actually fire. Woo! Oh! Holy shit, using magic against them. She's a little more crafty than Thordak.
handle fire.
These flames burn different.
Oh. Oh shit, they're not the same types of flames.
Your puppets. I pulled strings.
Not good. Gosh, she's using a whole lot of magic compared to everybody else. I mean, that makes sense. She always presented herself as like a sorceress. Oh, just a casual magical barrier? Okay.
Keyleth!
Oh, but Keyleth's on the inside with her.
This group takes chances all the time. Now it's my turn.
Okay.
Trust me.
All right. You're gonna trust her, but I swear if she dies, like, oh geez, you're not gonna live that down either. We're trying to get their way through. What is she about to do? Is the body something that can be, like, affected? Oh, it's doing something. Oh, not good. What type of fire is this? It's almost like it's necrotic damage. We haven't seen her wild shape in a minute. Woo! Doing all of the things here. Okay. Keyleth is a badass. Oh, the flaming antlers are still so cool. Oh boy. Oh, she took that head on. That's not gonna go. Jeez! She's trying to get to the body. Oh, made it through. Did we just lose Keyleth, the two? What?
It's only fitting he ends you as well.
Oh, she went into the earth. Yes. Yes. Oh, I was about to say, that was an intense moment. Oh, reclaiming the earth. Ooh. Oh, infusing the disease that was in her original body into her. Oh, that's so messed up, and that's so epic.
You cannot harm this body.
Looks like she just did.
Woo! Not the shot from the freaking gun there. Man, does that mean Raishan is done? Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Oh, that is really gross, but shit. Very much hearing Percy.
You are legendary.
Absolutely.
It's part of nature, and you can control it if you find your anchor.
Oh.
You gonna kiss me or what?
Oh.
Wait, one sec. It's not you.
It's not you.
So chunky.
So chunky. Oh, Whitestone's looking a little bit better. Oh, she's struggling a bit. Oh, but he's taking care of her. Oh.
Matron, guide me.
Looking for some guidance. Ooh. Okay. Oh, fallen. Oh. Look at this imagery.
His soul is already violated.
Tamper with death and you will know sorrow far worse.
Oh.
Retrieve him, there will be a cost.
Then
What will be
is
that
a way.
cost?
Show me.
Will she actually show him? Nope. I was about to say. Oh, but a singular feather.
Percy's been gone for a while. He could end up a zombie.
Yeah, that
Could.
would not be great.
Has long hold up. A soul inside a demon? Where's the demon?
Inside of the weapon.
Cool. I need a drink.
I mean, don't blame
You
you.
can restore his body. I can connect to Orthax. Warn me that meddling with fate is dangerous. But that doesn't mean it's impossible.
Oh, and try to bring him back.
Done.
Oh, this is about to get
Would
real
gladly
sad.
give my soul for one day of your happiness.
Oh,
No one can undo the past.
Well, one can certainly try.
oh my goodness. Is he about to literally sacrifice himself? Oh, restoring his body.
His body is as good as I can get it.
Oh man, and this is so messed up. Oh. Oh, this just feels wrong already.
Orthax, I seek vengeance.
Against whom?
Against you.
Oh. This is new. Oh. What is he gonna have to face as part of this?
Percy belongs with me. They all do.
Oh.
Even if you could find him.
Oh. A double sort of thing here. But we have to find the actual soul.
Every whim, or she'll punish you with a ghastly future.
Yeah, having to see all that.
I'm bound to her authority.
There's a lot of like messing with the gods in this season.
For the matron's fate cannot be changed.
Oh, he's pulling himself out of it.
His body's ready.
He's gotta find Percy.
Guide me.
Jeez, trying to find Percy's soul. There he is, working on the hammer and anvil. Come on! Percy.
Percy! Who are you?
Oh no!
The roar of its fire cannot drown out his guilt.
His guilt.
Deserves this.
The fuck he does.
Oh, Vax.
His fate's raven champion.
Snap out of it, Torolo! Come on!
Never know happiness. This is not gonna go well.
But your friends need you. Damn it, I need you.
Oh.
This isn't how I wanted to do this.
Oh
Gosh,
no.
know all this attention would appall you. But that day with you in Singon, when you stood next to me and you allowed me to be part of something that you hold dearest,
Oh.
I lied to you. I lied to myself. I
Oh.
hate that I was too afraid to admit it. You're fascinating and obstinate and the cleverest man I know.
Oh.
I love you, darling.
Oh.
My heart. It's yours.
Oh my goodness. It finally cooled. And the feather. Oh.
Vax,
No.
she loves you. And so do I. Brother.
Brother. Oh. Their fates are tied. Oh. Oh, is it working? Come on, tell me that it friggin' works. Does that mean Orthax is gone, or does that mean that it actually... Oh. Alright, Vax is still with us, but at what cost? Is Percy still here? Come on.
You've got something there.
Percy!
Careful. Only recently taken up breathing.
Oh. Oh.
Here, Stubby. I'm okay. Well,
Are you actually, though?
it's relieving.
We need to get you some food, water, give him everything he could possibly want. Oh, and they're still rebuilding. Oh man, he's just learning to walk again. Oh,
Thank you for everything. But
Percy's
especially
back.
for not giving up.
Oh,
I died too once. Get? Give the Lord some help.
give the Lord some help. Oh, oh, he's gonna help walk him in. Oh, that's so cute.
I owe
Oh, but what is that gonna entail for him? Yeah, some whispers. Yeah.
She won't forget either.
What the fuck? I'm not okay. Shit.
I will do your bidding.
Oh.
Must kill. Look here,
Ah, you ding. You had me going for a second.
That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny at all.
You people is surreal.
In fact, Lady Cassandra wished to invite you all there to celebrate Winter's Crest.
Oh. Winter's Crest Festival. I remember that.
I think this deserves a toast.
But with all the treasure we found and the adventure we had, I've been looking for something else.
Oh.
I tried all the wrong ways to find it, but the right one found me. For the first time in my life, I matter.
What
To her.
are you about to do, buddy?
But you matter to us too, Scanlan.
But now I have a real family. And she's the best.
What does that mean?
After dinner, we're heading out.
Where will you go?
Scanlan's leaving?
Sounds nice.
I've been putting off my armante, but
So she's gonna go try to do that.
who I was meant to be.
So, turns out we'll be leaving as well.
Just don't run off and get married or anything.
They're all
And fret not, Gilmore.
going their
Percy and
separate
I will
ways.
Join you in Whitestone.
After all, Lady Vexalia has yet to experience life as a noble.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
And if danger pops up again, who do you think they're gonna call?
The Slayer's take?
no.
Protectors of the realm? You
Vox
know,
Machina.
We're still Vox Machina, and we still fuck shit up.
Absolutely.
I'll drink to that.
Okay, well, everybody going their separate ways. Wait.
It's moments like these when you really
Oh, I'm not gonna be okay. Oh, Percy. Oh. 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 Oh, not the necrotic arm. Oh, I'm not doing well. Oh, don't tell me it's over. Oh, goody. We got to tease the next season. Oh, good. Yeah. The whispered one. Yep, goody. Oh, awesome. Wonderful. And that's where they're going to end it. Having an emotional moment, and then we had all that. So we just finished watching the season finale of season 3, episode 12 of Vox Machina: Souls in Darkness, and well, it makes sense. Percy's back. Oh man, this was one hell of an emotional episode, to say the least. I feel like we kind of have to start with the very first part of this, with the battle with Raishan. I didn't understand what it was that Keyleth was attempting to do to start things off, but it made sense once things got to where they did. This was Keyleth's fight to make, and the others didn't really have a role to play other than being there to support her and trusting in her. And at first it did seem like Keyleth might have fallen to Raishan, but she just turned her own disease against her, and actually by finding her body with the disease on her was able to manipulate it and turn it back into the body that Raishan now had, and thus finally ending the last of the Chroma Conclave. And we had to know it was coming. You know, all signs were pointing that this was going to happen, but this is where things start to go south, because the next big part of this journey, the next big part of this episode, was the fact that Vax believed that Percy could come back. We all know what the outcome was, but I am very concerned about what the consequences will be. But it was interesting to see, like, this time around, instead of Percy being blinded and trying to harm his friends, this time around it was Orthax blinding him to those who were trying to reach out to him. And I think that, like, isolating him was even worse. Like, he was festering in his guilt and thirst for vengeance in the first season, but this time around he was just alone. And while he was calling for help, at the point that Vax finally got to him, he didn't even know who he was, and he needed to be reminded of who he was. Now, I will say that the imagery of like Orthax's domain, especially with all of those who in the first season were slain by Percy in the name of vengeance, that was really messed up. Really messed up to see that he was literally having to sit in the same area as all of those who had been the culprits of his trauma. And no wonder he didn't remember who he was, because in something like that, it's probably easier to just not know who you are. And being able to finally find Percy's soul was a process. One that the Matron of Ravens was not too keen on, not too happy on. And Orthax was happy enough to point that out in spades. Telling, once again, like the whole concept that we saw with the season of like, I don't want to say like the theme was like the gods are not to be trusted, but this it's this idea of like the gods are not all knowing. They are also beings that exist in this world, and they can make mistakes. And calling out and questioning these gods that for the longest time, like especially with Vax, have been the reason why they have succeeded in the first place and done such, you know, a good job against the Chroma Conclave. But this ritual that they went through was only made possible because Vax finally admitted her feelings. It was so beautiful to see that. I obviously tear up. I love, and seeing this love finally manifest itself, seeing her finally admit it, was just something that was necessary, something that was very much needed. And I was very happy to see that, you know, they're finally able to have a little bit of happiness. And even like really everybody is having a little bit of happiness, even if it's in a sad moment, because with the return of Percy, with Scanlan finally being able to make amends with his daughter Kaylee, Percy and Vex are not going to leave each other's side at all. But then on the other end of things, Keyleth doing her Armente and Vax saying like, I gotta go with her. I gotta support her because I struggled with doing that, and I'm going to support her now. Obviously with that little, you know, teaser of like what's to come, like is he just going to be slowly eaten alive, and is he going to just like wither and die off, leaving Keyleth in a very horrible place, if we're referring to that little vision that they had. They finally find some happiness, and the Matron of Ravens does not want him to be happy. Now, at the same time, we see that the Matron of Ravens has always been like a curious point for me, and I have enjoyed like seeing how they develop her. Like out of all the deities, she seems at the very minimum the most reasonable, even if her methods are a little messed up, especially just constantly showing a dead, decaying Vax to his face all the time. But I've at least found her somewhat reasonable in the sense of like, here is the rule of law for me. Here's how you follow it. Don't go beyond that. And in my mind, I thought, okay, it's acceptable. Even if I might not agree necessarily with it, we can at least come to an understanding. Like sometimes the others are a little more wishy-washy. But now this time around, this very strict moral code, which, if I remember correctly, I know the Matron of Ravens is based off the Raven Queen. I don't remember what her alignment is, but if I remember correctly, it is very much on the lawful side of things. And so like she has a very strict code, very similar to like I played as a Grave Domain cleric in a Curse of Strahd playthrough, and I played as a cleric of Kalemvor, which seems to be very similar in vibes to like what we see in this, where Kalemvor being like, you know, a god of, you know, death. It used to be immortal, but rose to godhood just simply because he was a decent person, and now acts as a, you know, death is sacred, and, you know, death gives meaning to life. I can appreciate that. It was fun playing as that character, but I feel like we're starting to see that Matron of Ravens is taking it a little too far, because when it came to Percy, yeah, obviously we're going to be a little bit biased because we wanted him back, but his soul was not allowed to move on to the next, you know, the next life, the afterlife, the next, whatever it is, like where Cash went. That right there, I think is where an exception to the rule can be made, because they were not allowed, like Percy was not allowed to go on. You would think they would make an exception, but evidently when it comes to the gods in this world, exceptions are unacceptable. They cannot get past it. And so maybe it's just because we've dealt with a lot of the lawful deities. Maybe we need to deal with a little bit more of the neutral and chaotic ones. Which leads us into that very last component of showing off the Whispered One. Or in the actual live stream, as far as I've been told, they just introduced Vecna to this world that Matt Mercer has created, and I don't know. I get the feeling like that's gonna be you know, their greatest enemy, and I don't know if everybody makes it out of that, and I don't know how it's all gonna end, but I will admit I am certainly curious about where it goes from here. I know that Vecna being a I believe a lich, if I remember correctly from my my D&D history, is a very powerful magic user, and so usually like when they're fighting against an opponent that has magic to supplement, it makes it a lot more challenging. But I also think that with the emergence of this new threat, with all of them separating, that might also be their undoing. And as such, I think the beginning of next season will be a like compilation of them finding their way back towards each other and seeing like what they've been doing, because I do know that they did confirm season 4 is very much coming. I do believe they want to do 5 seasons, to have 2 seasons to wrap up the final arc, which is insane that we're gonna be like, next time we see Vox Machina, we're going into our final story arc. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to move on from these characters. Like, it feels like I just started to get to know them, but I know that we've had years to, you know, watch these, and, you know, I've had you guys to watch me go through this for the very first time, especially critters who know what's going on. And from what you guys have been telling me in the comments, like, there's a lot of stuff that they changed. And so when it came to a lot of the folks that are hardcore critters, even you guys were surprised at how they went about doing things. And so I think the last note that I'll end off on is I'm gonna miss this show. It's been nice hitting every Thursday and getting to see this show and getting to revisit these characters and seeing the increased complexities between all of these different characters. And I'm gonna miss it. I'm hoping that you know, they take their time. We want to make sure that the season is done right, and we are going to be here whenever they are ready, so that way we can enjoy it. We don't want them to be rushing. We want it to be as amazing as the first 3 seasons have been. Scanlan's song towards the end was once again super depressing, but I don't know if that's what we're referring to in terms of the Bard's Lament. Everybody kept on referring to that, but I don't think we actually ended up getting that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was actually what the Bard's Lament was meant to be, and I just like overhyped it in my mind. But I do think like it felt very much like a finale, and they definitely seem to have, like, when they made this, they definitely had it in mind where in the potential for not having another season, they kind of left it open, but also made sure to wrap things up. And so, as I said, I'm gonna miss the show, but we're gonna be hopping into season 2 of Arcane here in a little bit, in the next upcoming weeks or so. And so if you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And if you have any comments on this final reaction, this final episode of season 3 of Vox Machina, I'd love to know it. I love seeing you guys' comments and seeing what you guys think. In the meantime, class, it is almost 4 in the morning that I'm recording this right now. I need to go to bed. So class, you are officially dismissed, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out, everybody.